Organizations have changed and evolved to further recognize the contribution that their employees give to the organization, and this scale of balance of compensation versus I guess the expectation of the individual in their role, but then you add perks and benefits, work from home, wellness, all these different almost like expected benefits that I think a lot of employers are feeling like a lot of employees don't feel that that comes into the equation, that those are all just kind of expectations that we've seen. You look at Silicon Valley, the tech space, where, for years they were doing all these amazing things of, crazy setups in the office and personal chefs and personal trainers and all these different things. And yet there are organizations and small businesses that can't come anywhere near competing, but with the visibility of social media, it becomes an expectation of like, my compensation is one thing, but then I need all these other things to be included because that's just what is expected. How do you feel, or do you feel that that is a challenge or an issue that you're kind of sensing? Yeah.
Boy, there's so much in what you just said, Brent, that's so helpful. So let me take two ends of an extreme. One is the outside success in the marketplace. Right. And I hope I say that and people say, well, that's obvious. And so I say, good. Tell me the biggest challenge in your job today, hiring people. No, the biggest challenge in your job is getting a customer to buy your product.
Right.
And unless you get that, that's an assumption. On the other extreme is a whole portfolio of actions. We got so many things, and you listed them: quiet resignation, quiet quitting. I put two together: great resignation, quiet quitting, compensation, benefits, all those things. You got to link the two. And I think the linkage begins to say there's a whole menu of items I could pick in order to have a better employee experience. And that employee experience becomes very personalized. What matters to you, what matters to me, and what matters to me and you over time varies. But then we start over here with a whole menu of items, things we could do to give you a great experience. You select from the menu. You have a great experience. That experience then leads to a customer experience. Right. And that customer experience then leads to some investor confidence and profitability. That value chain becomes so critical. So yeah, it's great to have all these innovations. And for somebody, maybe it's bring your dog to work. For somebody, it's a private chef. Have you ever had a private chef? I've never had a private chef.
No.
I don't know what I do with one, fix my hot dog rare. And the chef would laugh at me. But there are things that matter to me that give me a better experience at work. And I think if I'm a talent manager and I see that chain of a suite of activities, kind of like a great menu, the employee picks from that the things that will give him or her a better experience. That then leads to a customer experience that leads to some market success financially with investors. And when we get that logic in our head, we call that the HR value logic. When we get that in our head, I think we're going to build HR systems in talent and comp and training and everywhere else that are sustainable because they're creating value in the marketplace.